Hi, welcome to CloudEagle's Insights in Minutes. I think a lot of people assume HIPAA violations are these rare freak events, but honestly, they're happening way more often than most folks realize. Some of the stats out there are honestly pretty eye opening.
It's wild when you dig into the numbers. Even smaller clinics and individual practices get hit, not just the big hospitals, and the fallout can last for years, not just in fines, but in trust. Patients remember when something goes wrong with their data.
That's so true. Once trust is gone, it's a tough climb back. And what really gets me is how even a small mistake, like someone peeking at a chart they shouldn't, can spiral into a huge issue.
I've seen it firsthand. Sometimes it's just curiosity or a misunderstanding, not outright malice. But the law doesn't really care why it happened. The responsibility is still there. Every case is a wake-up call for the rest of us.
Thinking back to the Memorial Healthcare System case, it's a perfect example. Over 100,000 patient records were accessed improperly over the course of a year by employees with no legitimate reason. This wasn't a data breach caused by hackers, just employees misusing their access.
Yeah, and what makes it even more shocking is how long it went on before anyone caught it. Without proper monitoring, people just slipped through the cracks. The $865,000 fine wasn't even the worst part. It was the public fallout that followed.
No kidding. Patients suddenly wondering, who's looking at my records? It rattled everyone. That kind of reputation hit is tough to recover from, especially when it's a big name like UCLA.
Totally, and it wasn't just about star power. It was a wake-up call for all organizations to keep a close eye on who's accessing what and to lay down the law on internal misuse.
That actually reminds me of another pitfall: improper data disposal. When CVS and Rite Aid dumped patient info in dumpsters, it just blew my mind. It's such a basic rule. Shred before you toss.
You'd think it'd be obvious, but it happens way more than people admit. CVS got slapped with over $2 million in fines, and Rite Aid was close behind. These weren't high-tech breaches, just plain carelessness with paper labels and old drives.
Exactly. It's a reminder that digital security is just one part of the puzzle. Physical documents, prescription labels, those can be just as risky if you don't have solid disposal routines.
I've seen places where nobody's quite sure what the disposal policy even is. That's a recipe for disaster. It can feel tedious, but it's those little steps that save you from huge headaches later.
Switching gears for a second, let's talk about digital threats. The Anthem breach still stands out for me. Phishing emails led to almost 79 million people's data being stolen. That's just staggering.
What's scary is how easily it started just a couple of clicks on the wrong email, and suddenly everything snowballed. The $16 million settlement was record-breaking, but the loss of confidence lingered much longer.
It really highlights how cybersecurity and staff awareness go hand in hand. All the best software in the world can't help you if people aren't trained to spot risks.
Exactly. And while we worry about hackers, sometimes it's insiders making mistakes, like with data disposal or access, that actually cause more headaches day to day.
On that note, let's dig into what organizations can actually do to stay ahead of these risks. Setting up strict access management is a huge start, only letting people see what they truly need.
And automating that process is key. CloudEagle.ai, for instance, takes the guesswork out of onboarding and offboarding by making sure access changes in real time. It's a safety net for when humans forget or get too busy.
Plus, it's smart to regularly audit who has access and why. Things change fast, roles shift, people leave. You need a routine check to catch any surprises before they become problems.
And you can't skip training. Even the best controls fall apart if nobody understands the rules. Ongoing, real-world scenarios in training keep everyone sharp and aware of what's at stake.
Before we wrap up, it's clear HIPAA violations aren't just the stuff of news headlines, they're a real danger for any organization. With the right tools and habits, though, most are totally preventable.
That's the bright side. By tightening up access, disposing of data correctly, and keeping the team sharp, you can avoid 99% of the headaches. And tools like CloudEagle.ai can really lighten the load.
Absolutely. For anyone listening who wants a deeper dive, check out our website for more resources on compliance and data security. We've got a lot more tips and stories to share.
Thanks for joining us today. Take care, stay vigilant, and we'll catch you on the next episode of Insights in Minutes.